Hello and welcome to the Worldwide Markets Daily Forex Wrap-Up. We're going to jump right in and get started with the topic on everybody's mind. It's still the euro. The euro's been initially taking a downturn. However, since the initial course of action to pretty much take between 7 and 9% out of Cyprus bank accounts of its citizens was turned down. They now are waiting on a vote, and that vote has also been delayed. So you saw, in the initial fears right here, you had the gap open, and then when it looked like it might happen, you had the market dip again. And then once they voted it down, and everything's kind of been uneasy and unsteady, you're seeing some euro strength come back because a lot of the fears that the citizens of the European Union as well as Cyprus had, that their bank accounts were going to be raided, pretty much has subsided. So right now, we saw some euro strength come back. The euro tested 28.30, but we didn't see it break through. I'm still looking, as we discussed earlier in the week, for this to fill the gap. Especially if we're going to get another 5 days on this vote. We have 2 more trading days this week, and I think that we might see a little bit of sideways movement, and it might still pop up and fill this gap. Either way, I still, unless you really want to trade it that way, I'm really not recommending touching any of the European currencies right now, simply because a lot of people are just waiting and watching. You see the same thing on the pound dollar. You have your movement in and around the last day or so when they weren't sure what they were going to do. So you had some price moves, but for the most part, if you look at where we are now to where we started the week, we're pretty much in the same spot, and everybody's just kind of standing on the sidelines, waiting to see what happens. Gold, very similar. Price is staying above 1600. We peaked up a little bit to 1615, 1616, and also gonna wait and see if something detrimental happens in Europe. You're gonna see gold shoot up, but if they find a way to bail them out with more European Union money, and it's not going to be as quote-unquote bad as everybody thinks it is, I think you're going to see gold weaken. People sell some of their gold positions, and it's going to resume back trading in the 1580 range. So, and once again, it's gonna, gold is waiting to see what happens out of the euro. We had been talking Aussie as well. This once again filled the gap when it opened, and then we're at 104.12 with some resistance. So that's pretty much what I'd be waiting to see. If we get above. If not, if we break below, you have a little bit of a double top here. So if we break below this 103.40 level, you should be able to see a solid 60 to 80 pips to the downside on that double top. So we definitely just, a lot of people just waiting and watching to see what happens. We had also been looking at dollar yen. Dollar yen has resumed, the dollar has resumed its strength versus the yen. We had a down week last week, and then this week, we're seeing the dollar yen rally. And I want to, if we get above this 96.75 level, we're trading above the 38.2% fib level, and we get above 96.75, we're once again moving towards that 99.75, 50% fib level. And until we see any sort of strength come back to the yen, this is where we're at right now. So the U.S. markets look strong. Dow is continuing to make strides, and I think that you'll continue to see the dollar strengthen against the yen. So that's all we have for today. Thank you very much for tuning in. We will see you guys tomorrow and see what happens with the euro. Good luck with your trading. Enjoy your day.